Yeah. This is your boy, Tone DeShields the second with Lord Brunson. Feature Symone Stanley as well. She's not here right now, but she will be back. You guys are tuned into the Link Up. Man, oh man, super grateful to be here with you guys. Means a lot. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the show. You know the vibes. You know the energy. You guys know how we carry it. And it's so funny that right before we came on today, somebody decided to ruffle our feathers. No pun intended. And we're going to get into that. But first and foremost, I got to check in with my man. I got to check in with the bully. LB, how you feeling, man? Talk to me.
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. You know, we just gotta keep the family close. That's gonna be the message after everything we talk about. Is you gotta keep the family close. Eagles content creators, you gotta understand where we at. You know what I'm saying? Eagles fan base, let's understand where we at. And Philadelphia Eagles team, let's understand where we at. You know, but me personally, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling real good because we just gonna give them more stuff to talk about. That's it.
It's
That's all
funny
we
you.
can do.
It's funny you say that because I feel great as well. And you know, I woke up in a really good space, and I was really looking forward to this live stream today. And I was hoping that we can keep it strictly on the Rams, right? Because the Eagles do got the Rams this Sunday Night Football. Eagles Rams. Eagles 8-2. Rams 5-5. They are literally in the thick of a divisional race with the Cardinals, Seahawks, 49ers. That division is quite frankly up for grabs. The NFC East, not so much. You feel what I'm saying? So let's just get right to it, right? We know why y'all here. We know what y'all want to talk about. So Colt McCoy decided to go on, I believe, an Underdog Sports platform, and basically, and he was sitting there with a bunch of other guys. I believe there was John Gruden's son. I forget his first name.
Justin Pugh.
Justin Pugh was on there. Colt McCoy was on there, and I wasn't familiar with the other gentleman. I can't remember, but nonetheless, Colt McCoy was on the platform, and they were looking at some Eagles highlights, some Eagles film, and essentially he, praised everybody on that offense except for the orchestrator, the point guard, the maestro, Jalen Hurts. As a matter of fact, he took it a step further and decided to say it's nothing he's doing special. So I got to ask you, LB, when you heard that, what was your initial reaction? Because again, I know you spoke on it earlier on Twitter, and you're trying to keep the main thing. And I even spoke yesterday about keeping the main thing. There's going to be a lot of distractions, especially when you're at the top or you're rising to the top, right? But give me your perspective on Colt McCoy's comments regarding Jalen Hurts and his contributions to this Philadelphia Eagles team.
You know, to keep it a beam, my first thing to do was to say, well, okay, this is a quarterback who's speaking on a position that he played. And, and when being a quarterback, speaking on a job that you did before, and you're trying to say guys are special, guys are not special, the first thing I did was look at to see how special he was. I looked at his numbers, I looked at his stats, and the way that he is describing the game in terms of talking about Jalen Hurts' play is ignorant. It's ignorant. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, Colt McCoy has a responsibility to be as accurate and proficient as possible when he's talking about quarterbacks and how different quarterbacks play. Now, what Jalen Hurts is doing might not be special to a lot of people, and that's the sentiment around the National Football League, Tone, and it's kind of weird to me. It's like all of these guys in the background are ganging up. It's a bunch of journeymen who are ganging up and just simply mad that Jalen Hurts is a franchise guy, got the contract that franchise guys gets, and has been able to lead his team to success since being a starter. Let's look at the list of guys that's hating on these accomplishments. Let's look at them right now. Emmanuel Acho is so-so, but he ain't a quarterback. You know what I mean? Fitzpatrick is a quarterback. Every Thursday night, every time they talk about Jalen Hurts, Ryan Fitzpatrick has something to say about it. He has something to say about Jalen Hurts' win against the Commanders. Now you got Colt McCoy. Neither one of these guys were bona fide starters in the National Football League. So, my initial reaction was just like, enough is enough. Colt McCoy got 30 touchdown passes to like 30 interceptions. He's 1 for 1. He's 1 for 1. These guys are completely lying about the position. They're lying about what good quarterbacks are supposed to do. Why the hell we listen to Colt McCoy and Ryan Fitzpatrick when guys like Tom Brady is praising the way Jalen Hurts is playing the game? You know what I mean? What's special is having multiple offensive coordinators, going to the playoffs every year in those circumstances and having a win percentage that's only second to Patrick Mahomes. That ain't special. Just because it's not flashy and all of this other stuff, they want to knock it because it hurts. We're gonna keep it a stack. We're gonna take it a step further. Had it been a white boy managing the game the way Jalen Hurts is managing it, it wouldn't be this much hoopla. It wouldn't be this much, bro. It wouldn't be this much. Somebody just said that they'd take Bo Nix over Colin Cowherd, another one of the biggest haters of Jalen Hurts. Said he'll take Bo Nix over Jalen Hurts. Bo Nix only played like 8 games. It's getting disrespectful at this point, man. It's getting disrespectful. That's why my message on Twitter was a little more diplomatic, because they want us to have fight fire with fire. All we got to do is talk about our record and our accomplishments. That's all we got to do is talk about our record and our accomplishments, man. We ain't even got to pay stuff like this no mind. Colt McCoy paid 13 years in the National Football League. Colt McCoy is ass. A career backup. Let's keep it a stack, man. A career backup. And it's no disrespect, but he was never the guy. Nowhere. Jalen Hurts has been mentioned. Jalen Hurts has been on MVP graphics 3 straight years. Why would we listen to Colt McCoy? At some point in the season for the last 3 years, they talked about Jalen Hurts being in MVP discussions. Why would we listen to Colt McCoy? I don't get it, man.
But that's the frustrating part about it for me, right? It's evident what they're doing. At this point, it's not even, they're not even hiding their hand no more, right? We understand we understand how they're trying to play the algorithm. They are literally trying to siphon off of Philadelphia Eagles fandom to fuel their platforms. Right. I'm tired of these so-called new voices trying to come up off the Eagles name. I'm tired of these guys trying to come up off Jalen Hurts. It's frustrating for me because I look at a guy like Colt McCoy, right? And I say to myself, listen, I have no problem with somebody providing constructive and profound critique on football. I have no problem with people giving their opinion on football, right? If your take is concrete, if you can make it make sense, if you can provide context to what you're saying, okay, I can be like, you know what? I see your angle. I see what you're trying to say. Maybe I disagree, but I at least see what you're trying to do, right? But when you get flat out disrespectful, and you completely disregard someone's hard work, someone not being special. You know what I hear when somebody say to somebody else, oh, what they doing is not special? You know what I hear? I hear, oh, I wish that was me. That could have been me. That's what I hear. When somebody tell me, oh, they ain't all that. I'm like, whoa, that's hater energy to me. If you so again, right? There's a way to talk about this game and give your heartfelt opinion and still be respectful, right? Again, Dan Orlovsky, right? JT O'Sullivan. These are guys who were career backers for the most part, right? But at least I can say when Jalen is balling, Dan gonna say that. Right. If Jalen balling, JT O'Sullivan gonna watch the film and break it down and say, ooh, that was a beautiful drop. That was a beautiful drop back from hers. I love the footwork. He's going to talk about him when he's on, and he's gonna talk about it when he's not on. He's gonna keep the same energy. But when you speak about it from a disingenuous perspective, again, when you don't have the resume to speak like that, I look at you funny. And I try to tread lightly with that because just because your career success isn't always indicative of your football knowledge, right? That's true. I do want to make that very clear. Just because you didn't have the 5 Super Bowl rings or 7 Super Bowl rings like Tom Brady doesn't mean you don't know the game just as well. Maybe your talent just couldn't meet where your brain was. But I feel like there's a way to discuss the game when you know you ain't got the resume to back it up. When your resume don't match, you gotta talk to me nice. Right. You gotta walk with a soft foot. Right. Because you can't be out here talking about who ain't special when you couldn't even crack a starting lineup unless somebody got hurt, Colt. Come on, man. It don't make sense. Come on. And it pisses me off even more because Colt, you was a 3rd round pick. You know what it's like to be doubted. Right. You know what it's like to be in that position. So anybody of your ilk should be rooting for a guy like Jalen Hurts, not dogging him. That's my point. That is my point. That's the biggest point from this. Somebody like Colt McCoy should be rooting for a guy like Jalen Hurts because Jalen Hurts came into this thing as the underdog. The haters want to make him the underdog. You know, Jalen Hurts, Trevor Lawrence don't get nearly as much criticism as Hell no.
He don't get nearly as much criticism as Jalen Hurts. He don't get nearly as much criticism as Jalen Hurts. It's a number of guys who don't get criticized as much as Jalen Hurts, and they rightfully deserve to be. Listen, Lamar Jackson be going through hell with MVPs. Be going through hell with MVPs.
What that tell you?
Jalen Hurts, exactly my point. And there is a way to do it. If you're going to criticize somebody, you got to do it responsibly. The way to do it is to talk about the good and the bad. You want to know why they only talk about the bad? Because there's so much good to talk about when you talk about Jalen Hurts and what he's done. They'd be talking about good all day. So they focus on the bad because the good definitely outweighs the bad when you're talking about Jalen Hurts since being a starting quarterback in the National Football League. The good by far outweighs the bad. They're haters, bro. They hating and they piling on the hate. They piling on hate. They like to bring up all the weapons, all of this, all of that. When the Eagles lose, it's because of Jalen Hurts. When the Eagles win, it's because of the system. When is it going to be because of Jalen Hurts? When? They hate the tush push with their chests, bro. They hate that with the 2-yard. Well, how do we get down the field? Now, granted, Saquon Barkley has changed the way the offense is being ran. But that's Saquon Barkley, though. You know what I'm saying? Why Saquon Barkley ain't have Daniel Jones with these type of records? Since Jalen Hurts, you know what I'm saying? Since Jalen Hurts ain't doing that special. This is the special thing that Jalen Hurts is doing. In the most simplest form that I could put it, Tone. Not being the reason we are not where we're supposed to be. Simple as that. That's Jalen Hurts' job, is to not say it's his fault. The Eagles don't have to draft a quarterback this year. Colt McCoy had starting opportunities. You know what them franchises still had to do? Look for a quarterback because he wasn't the guy. You know what I mean? Jalen Hurts is simply not the reason why the Philadelphia Eagles will not be where they're supposed to be. Jalen Hurts is not the reason why. You know what I'm saying? He's just not the reason why. We're not a quarterback away. We have that. That's what upsets them. That's what upsets them. You know, but it is what it is. They're gonna be mad again Sunday night because we about to blow the Rams out. We're gonna blow the Rams out.
Just for that.
Look at it. No, we been was gonna blow the Rams out. You know what I mean? But they're gonna be mad again. They're gonna be mad again. It is what it is.
And, you know, last thing on, because I don't want to monopolize the show with this topic because, again, we already given them too much airtime, right? But if you really just look at Jalen Hurts' production from when he was the first-year starter in 2021 up until now, just look at the raw production, right? Don't look at it with these traditional quarterback eyes or, oh, he's not a 7-step drop back guy, or he doesn't, you know, play the game like a Peyton Manning or a Peyton Manning or the classic way. Look at it from raw production. Because last time I checked, and again, I stand on this with all my heart, bro. I stand on this. See, you see, they want to overcomplicate the game as much as possible. They want to muddy the waters. But the reality is this game is very simple. Very simple. This game is predicated off of production, wins, and losses.
Right.
Production gets you paid. Wins and losses get you the respect. Right. And my thing is, when you look at Jalen Hurts' raw production from year one as a starter, because I don't look at his rookie year as even a season. I mean, he played 4 games, and then they benched him in the last one to tank. I can't even take that season seriously. We were 4-11-1. That was the Carson Wentz season. But when he became the full-fledged starter, he took a 4-11-1 team and took him to the playoffs. And you look at the raw production, you say to yourself, hold on, wait, time's out. If this brother was a first-round pick, will we be talking like this? If these were Trevor Lawrence's numbers, would we be talking about this?
No.
Would this really be a conversation? I mean, again, like I gotta bring it up on screen because I did this math. And it just don't add up to me, right? The energy is unwarranted when it comes to a guy like Jalen Hurts, a guy who truly is a student of the game. Again, I tweeted this. If Jalen Hurts was a first-round pick, just look at that production. Look at that production. Playoff, Super Bowl. I mean, 2-time Pro Bowler, Burt Bell Award winner, second-team All-Pro, completing 69% of his passes this season. Like, I'm not understanding the vitriol he receives. Again, somebody like Jalen Hurts, who was a second-round pick, somebody who was doubted coming into the league. He was doubted in college. He got benched and stayed, got his degree, went to Oklahoma, balled out, was a Heisman Trophy runner-up, then got his master's while he was on his way to a Super Bowl. I'm trying to understand why this man gets the energy he gets from these people that should be singing his praises.
because
it blows my mind. He's the and again, last thing, and I'll let you cook, bro. Jalen Hurts is somebody who he's the quintessential idea of getting it out the mud.
Right.
Getting it out the mud. Right? Didn't come in highly scouted. They thought he was going to, they told him to change his position. Didn't come in with the strongest arm. Didn't come in being the most polished as far as accuracy and so on and so forth. But he grinded. Really catered himself to his game. Seeked out the extra help. Went to the West Coast and worked with Tom Brady's old quarterback coach. I mean, I'm trying to understand why this man who has done nothing but prove doubters wrong time and time again, and who's done it the right way, working hard, not putting the blame on nobody else, not stabbing people in the back, really grinding. And they talk about him like this. I have a hard time doing the math on that.
It's no explanation, man. There's never an explanation for hate. There's never an explanation for hate. All you can do is chalk it up to evil, man. There's never an explanation for hate, man. There's never an explanation for hate.
And maybe maybe because it's not in me, right? Like that kind of energy is not in me. So maybe I would never understand.
Right. Exactly. You're never going to understand it. I understand it though. I understand it because not because that I have that energy is in me or that bone is in me. I understand it because in this content creation game, I have been on the other end of it. You know what I'm saying? I know what it feels like to be hated on. And hate don't got to come with a purpose or a reason. They are going to hate. The more you do well, they're going to hate. And what that does is, to a person like me and a person like Jalen Hurts, I'm assuming, is just make you want to be better and make you want to spread the knowledge that you've gained. Haters are listen, bro, no disrespect, but somebody gotta flip the burgers, man. Somebody gotta check the fries, bro. Everybody can't be a chosen one. That's just what it is. Somebody gotta have jobs that they don't like. And haters, man, they don't like their life. They don't like their life, man. And but to hate on somebody who is not in the media for nothing wrong, who don't do nothing but win. That's why my message is we got to hold each other close in high regard. We can't worry about them. We can't worry about what they're talking about.
I agree with that 100%. All right, let's move on, man. Let's focus on the main thing. Eagles Rams this Sunday night. Going to be a fun matchup. Rams are 5-5, looking to keep their season alive, and again, they're very much in the contention for their division crown. Philadelphia Eagles, they're 8-2. I believe they have a game and a half or a 2-game lead on the Commanders for the division. All they have to do is simply just keep pace, and they have this division in the bag. But Sunday night, man, it's going to be fascinating because the Rams are getting healthier. Stafford is obviously there. He's not having the season that he's used to having, statistically. But he's played well enough to keep them in the hunt for their division. Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua are back, right? They have a young stud on defense in Jared Verse. That team is very interesting. And then the Eagles, obviously, we know what they have. Give me your instant perspective, your initial perspective on this matchup this Sunday.
I think we got to approach it as business as usual. We don't have to change anything we're doing. If we keep running the ball, being a power football team that we are, you know what I mean, things and opportunities will open up on the other side of the ball for us, man. Like running the offense through Saquon Barkley is not a bad thing. A lot of people got this, we being carried by Saquon thing, but the top teams in the National Football League are rushing teams, or they run more than they pass. The Detroit Lions run the ball more than they pass the ball. You know what I'm saying? The Baltimore Ravens run the ball more than they pass the ball. The only team with a crazy winning record that passes the ball more than they run the ball are the Kansas City Chiefs. You know what I mean? Everybody else is a running team by percentage. So if the Philadelphia Eagles continue to run the ball with Saquon Barkley, this is my instant perspective on the game. Continuing to play power football and throwing in spots, you know what I mean? You can't go wrong with that, especially with this week coming up, because running the ball keeps Matthew Stafford and those receivers off of the field. Not that we're scared of them, but you still want to play like you got to play the game. You know what I mean? You want to keep Matthew Stafford off the field. You want to tire and wear down that defense. And you want to, hit them with the explosive plays that you've been hitting teams with all year. Our game plan is simple. They don't match up well with us on paper. You know what I mean? I'm not worried about that kid Verse. I am. Now, the thing about it is this. I like this matchup for Quinyon Mitchell and Jaden Verse to be on the field at the same time, because now we can get a clear depiction of who's affecting the game more. You know what I mean? Because Quinyon Mitchell is going to be lined up with either Puka Nacua or Cooper Kupp, and a lot this game. And Quinyon Mitchell has had, has shown that he's been locking those caliber of guys down. Jaden Verse got to prove that he can get through our offensive line and affect the game, since a lot of people are having him as a defensive rookie of the year. You know what I mean? But I think it's business as usual for us. But I do think we blow them out, though. You know what I mean? I think we blow them out. I think we get some turnovers in this game. You know what I mean? I won't be surprised if AJ Barrett, they don't have a really good defense. You know what I mean? They don't really have a defense that stands out to me. So I won't be surprised if AJ, and, my only thing about it is, I don't know if Smitty going to play, but I won't be surprised if the offense take off in this game. And it's just a complete team beatdown. LA is our second home.
It's funny. LA is the second home to most of the NFL. I mean,
Right.
I'm a strong believer that the Los Angeles Rams, or any of those Los Angeles teams, they don't have a real strong fan base. As a matter of fact, I believe that the Rams, the Chargers, I believe they play 17 road games every week. You know what I'm saying? Or not 17 road games every week, but I'm saying is that they don't have a strong fan base. Every time a team goes there, they take over. Every single time. It doesn't matter who it is. So, and then last time, people forget we was there last year, right? And we did what we did. And our defense wasn't nowhere near as good as it is now.
Right.
And we've gotten better. They've gotten worse. So let's do the math on that for one. But let's look at their defense, right? Since we're talking about it. Their defense is allowing 23.9 points per game. That's 22nd in the league. Awful. They're allowing 350 yards per game, 23rd in the league. Not good at all. Their opponent third down conversion rate, 37.9%. It's right there, smack dab in the middle. They're 16th in the league, so they're mediocre on third down. And their fourth down defense, they're allowing teams to convert 83% of the time. They're the worst fourth down defense in the league. And then as far as their red zone, they're ranked 10th in red zone defense. Teams score 50% of the time, which is good enough for me because I just feel like top to bottom, the Rams are outmatched. The only chance the Rams have in this game is if they try to out-schematic the Philadelphia Eagles. And I just feel like this defense, I just feel like this team in general, they're just too disciplined. They're in too much of a flow to be falling for the old banana in the tailpipe trick that Sean McVay is going to try to throw out there.
Yeah. I can see things like that happening too. Like in games like this, you got to watch. So listen, we're so good of a football team, and the National Football League knows it. So the numbers, that you just ran down, I expect them to play a little better than what they were. Like this is a Super Bowl for a lot of people. You know what I mean? Who's going to be the next team? Like we're literally on a 6-game winning streak. You know what I mean? Who's going to be the first one to knock these guys off this winning streak? The longest active winning streak in the league right now. So I expect that defense to come out there and play a little better, but I do expect McVay to do things like fake punt if it's on a short yardage situation. I expect them to go for it on fourth a little more. You know what I mean? But it's our job to break these guys down and take everything that they've given us and, turn it against them. We could be done with this by halftime if we play our cards right.
Yeah, I agree. And, as of right now, Smitty hasn't really been practicing this week. And you mentioned he might not play in this game. And honestly, if I'm them, I wouldn't play him. I would preserve him for that Ravens game. You're definitely going to need him for that one. But, I think as of right now, the Philadelphia Eagles would be able to handle business regardless. I mean, again, Saquon Barkley, right. A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts, that offensive line, and the way that defense is playing, I just feel like the way Matthew Stafford has been playing this season, it hasn't been impressive whatsoever. On the season, Matthew Stafford has 13 passing touchdowns, 7 interceptions, and over 2,500 passing yards. He's getting the yards, but they're not scoring. That's the problem. When you look at their offense, they're averaging 21 points a game, which is 21st in the league. They're averaging 336 yards per game, 17th in the league. Their third down conversion rate, 33.9%, 27th in the league. They have one of the worst third down offenses in the league. Fourth down conversion rate, 57%, which is 17th in the league. They're pretty much mediocre. And their red zone scoring percentage, 25th in the league with 50%. They don't put points on the board. They can move the ball, but they just can't. They can't put points on the board. And on top of that, they can't really run the ball consistently at all. Yards per rush, they're averaging less than 4 yards a carry, which is 30th in the league. They can't run that ball. They can't run that rock.
And somebody just said it in the chat. The Lions ran all over them. You know what I mean? Gainwell and Saquon could really have a huge impact on this game. You know, we do have Mailata back. This will be his second game back after the injury, so he's getting back into form. But I will say this, if Smitty don't play, this will be the first time we've seen Dotson be a number 2 to A.J. Brown. You know what I mean? It was kind of a little hard for Dotson to be a number 2 to Smitty because they're both like the same kind
Yeah,
of
similar.
receiver
Yeah,
in a way. There's similar builds and stuff like that. But, you know, you got to respect A.J. Brown a little differently than you respect Smitty because of his size. So I feel like Dotson, if Smitty don't play, I'll be highly disappointed if Dotson don't at least have 50, 65 yards in this game. Highly disappointed. You know what I mean? So I don't want us to change nothing that we don't. I don't want us to say, oh, we got to run the ball because the Lions did it. Cool, I know the Lions did it, but run your offense like normal, yo. Now,
yes.
you operate your offense, bro. Pass the ball, run the ball, be the balanced team that you are. Defense still blitz, still bring pressure, still keep your head on the swivel. Like, this is just business as usual. You know what I mean? We're in a beautiful groove. We don't really have to change nothing up. It's just that if guys are not going to play, then other guys just have to be prepared. That's my take on it.
Exactly. And, you know, it's funny. This could be a situation where Dallas Goedert could benefit because the Rams struggle against tight ends.
Right.
So this could be maybe Dotson may not get those numbers that you anticipate, but if Dallas Goedert is able to dominate, I'm able to live with that too. Again, right? I just look at it from a perspective of, like you said it, and you said it best, play your game. The Rams are just in the way.
Right.
They're in the way. Simple as that, right? And I had a live stream yesterday, and the main theme of the live stream yesterday was to keep the main thing. We're at that point in the season where all the distractions are going to start to come out. Right. All of them. Because now they know you're a threat. They see you as a threat now. And Jalen Hurts even spoke about it in his press conference, I believe, yesterday or the day before. He spoke about how, you know, I don't really focus on the stats or all that kind of stuff. I'll leave that up to you guys. At the end of the day, this game is very simple. Wins and losses. Mm-hmm. I care about winning more than I don't care what it look like. And that's why Jalen Hurts is as good as he is. That's why Jalen Hurts is the one to lead this team to a Super Bowl, because he understands what's prevalent, what matters most in this game. And that energy is going to carry over into this Rams game. Again, I just feel like the Rams, you're quite frankly just in the way.
You know, and I feel that because Stafford is not a mobile quarterback
at all, and the pressure's gotten to him. Like, this has been a season where visibly the pressure has gotten him this year.
Exactly. And you know, and Stafford is smart, so you know he'll be able to figure out some things against the defense. I expect him to make a couple good throws in this game, but I also expect Stafford to make some mistakes too, because Vic Fangio has Vic Fangio is like confusing people now. You know what I mean? I was looking at the tape from the Commanders game, and, man, he had Jaden Daniels in a blender, man. The kid did not know what was coming. He did not know anything, man. I did a little breakdown on that Reed Blankenship interception. Mm-hmm. Man, he had the dude mind completely gone, bro. You know what I mean? He had him. He just had him. And, you know, a lot of people like to say Guantanamo Bay, but the thing about this defense is everybody is communicating. Quinyon Mitchell is talking to Reed Blankenship. You know what I mean? Who's talking to Zach Bond, who's talking to Cooper DeJean. You know what I mean? Slay is talking to Nakobe Dean. It's all a group effort as to why this defense is as dominant as it is. The linebackers are playing out of their mind. The back seven, you know what I mean? The linebackers in the secondary, those guys are completely in sync. You know what I mean? And it's almost completely masked the fact that we thought we needed so much edge rushers. Oh, we got to get to the quarterback. No, we really got a no-fly zone. And that defense is so good at being a no-fly zone that the pass rush is starting to have a lot of time to get home now. Mm. You know what I mean? So things are working in our favor. It's just that we just got to remember who we are. That's why my message was simple. I hope all the Eagles just deactivate social media at this point. Deactivate it. Let the content creators take care of it. You know what I mean? Just deactivate it. Yeah, we trying to win a championship. We're not worried about no Colt McCoy who don't even got a playoff snap, do we? Do we got a playoff snap?
I don't even know.
About here, man?
I might have to dig into the depths of hell to find that.
He don't even got no playoff snap. You know, Fitzpatrick, like, you a jerk. Fitzpatrick is famous for playing for so many teams.
He more famous for what he wore going to games than actually being in the game. He more famous for a beard than actually playing in the game. Like, come on, bro. What are we doing? That's why, you know, it's so funny, man. Like, I look at this, you know, just getting back to the Eagles defense, right? And just how good they've been playing. Because, you know, they say Jalen Hurts is being carried, right? And my thing, I could have swore this was a team thing. I could have swore football was ultimate team sport. And he has the luxury of having an amazing defense that can buy them time if things do start off slow, right? And this defense right now is in particular the pass defense, right? Because we talked about this, the no-fly zone. I'm in lockstep with you. I believe that we can match up with any receiving core. I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is because we too complete. Opposing team completion percentage, 61%. That's third in the league. We're holding quarterbacks to season lows in completion percentage. Opposing yards per game or yards per pass, 6.1 yards. That's number one in the league. Opponent pass yards per game, 173. That's second in the league. The Philadelphia Eagles have the number one defense in terms of opponent yards per game. And number two defense in terms of opponent yards per play. Why are we like this is not your Eagles defense from 2022 even. This defense is better than that defense. This defense is more complete than that defense. There's no holes in this defense, right? I would sacrifice sacks to have a much more complete defense, to have a stronger foundation in terms of how we overall play the game.
This defense is so good that guys are not we're just, bro, like the plays that's supposed to be made are getting made. The third down stops and the fourth down stops in that Commanders game, that's when your defense is supposed to step up. But the thing that bothers me, though, is that the roster is so loaded argument. I hate that, bro, because it's like it's coming from Cowboys fans when they acting like that all of their rings ain't come off of loaded rosters. Deion Sanders, Emmitt Smith. It's coming from Niners fans.
And LB, and guess what, real quick?
Jerry Rice and Joe Montana.
And guess what?
Steve Young.
Y'all won your Super Bowls before there was a salary cap.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
So y'all was, in theory, y'all was buying championships.
Hold on. Let's take it a step further. Are the Lions loaded?
I don't think
the Lions loaded, bro.
No, they're loaded. But player for player, I'm taking us.
No, yeah, but of course, but we can go player for player. Listen, Jameson Williams for the Lions.
They loaded.
You know what I mean?
They're loaded.
St. Brown. You know what I'm saying? Jameer Gibbs, David Montgomery, Penny Sewell, Jared Goff played in the Super Bowl.
They got two number one running backs.
Sam Laporta. You know what I mean? Then you go to the defensive side of the ball. Branch. You know what I mean? They got other cornerbacks and stuff like that.
Zadarius Smith on the edge.
Come on, they just picked him up. Big time loaded. Nobody's complaining and saying nobody's carried over there. The Baltimore Ravens stacked. It only is a negative thing because it's the Philadelphia Eagles. And even if you have a loaded roster, that don't mean you're going to be good.
Exactly. I'm glad you said that. It doesn't make a difference. We've seen quarterbacks have everything given to them, and they still trash. We've seen it.
You know what I'm saying?
So I don't understand that logic. And again, right? Y'all mean to tell me y'all trying to discredit Jalen Hurts and discredit the Eagles as a whole because we got people in our building that's actually good at their job? Y'all trying to discredit.
A lot of people talking about Kendrick dropped.
Bro, I know, bro. I'm kind of like,
right. I'm like, what's going on here?
Right. Bro, we're trying to discredit the Philadelphia Eagles and Jalen Hurts because we got people in the building that care about winning, and they're going to do whatever it takes to win, even if that means signing this guy, signing that guy. Right? And look, they draft well. Most of our team has been drafted. We drafted these guys.
But hold on. Here go another one though, Tone. All off season. The notion was the Commanders was loaded.
And on offseason, you know what they said? We're not even going to win the division. We're not even going to make the playoffs. It's the same roster.
Bro, these people are just sick. They're sick. They think that we just compiling talent without no plan. They said Vic Fangio was outdated. They said Kellen Moore was trash. We go, y'all got Kellen Moore. Y'all go and see. That's what the Cowboys fans were saying.
Sure did.
We 8-2 though. Now that we 8-2 and everybody was wrong about us, we being carried by what? They hate us, bro. I can see if everybody said the Eagles gonna be good. There's no way they not gonna be good. Book it, the Eagles gonna be good. Now that we good and everybody already knew we was going to be good, then we say we already knew this. Look at the roster. Y'all didn't even think we was going to be good.
Exactly.
So what are we talking about here? That's why we got to, bro. That's why we gotta take a deep breath and look at where we at. Look at the Cowboys content creators. Look at what they doing right now.
We're talking about the draft now.
They talking about the draft. They photoshopping people in Cowboys jerseys that they might not even draft. They live a sad existence. Look at the Commanders fans. The Commanders on upset watch this week. I don't care what nobody say. People think I'm hating. I don't got no reason to hate on the Cowboys or the Commanders. We blew both of them out. I don't got no reason to hate on them. They can't fuck with us. You know what I mean?
The bully is back.
They can't mess with us. I ain't got no reason to hate on them guys. You know, but I think the Commanders on upset watch. I don't think they like that. They on a 2-game losing streak. I don't think they like that. I think Micah Parsons could wreck that game. Based upon what I saw and how we was able to wreck the game up front, I think Overshawn and Micah could really cause some discomfort for Jaden Daniels. He ain't what everybody said they was going to be. Do I got to talk about the Giants? They just benched Daniel Jones.
No, he got cut. Well, actually, he asked for his release. He gone. He asked for his release. He's not a Giant no more.
When that happened?
About an hour ago.
They released him?
He's gone. He's free.
Wow. He got released. That's what I'm asking.
He got released, yes.
Damn.
He got released.
Damn. He got released. Look what's going on around here.
We broke the division. We broke you.
Bro, we broke the Commanders. We broke the Commanders back. We broke their spirit.
We got half of their fan base talking about, is Jaden Daniels for real? Is Jaden Daniels for real?
Bro. It was a dude on Twitter, Tone. Dude on Twitter was like, I just don't even have it in me to watch any of the Sunday games. It's just like,
yo, when I saw that, I said, damn, word.
I had to repost somebody. We broke y'all, man. We broke y'all. We treated them like Bane did Batman in the cave when they had their one-on-one. Broke his.
But here's the thing, though, right? Here's what they fail to understand, right?
You know what
and this is the beauty. And this is the beauty of being an Eagles fan, right? We was born in the dark. We was born like they adopted the dark. We was born in it. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, we was molded by it.
We was molded by it. You feel me? You see, they want to be in that situation so bad, right? And look, I would never ever criticize a GM or a team or a quarterback for having weapons. That's one of the most laziest conversations to have in sports. Because at the end of the day, it all got to gel. It got to mesh. People still got to do their job. People still got to show up. People still got to buy in. This ain't the NBA where if you got 1 star, 2 stars, you can ride that to a NBA finals. This ain't the NBA.
It's not.
All these pieces have to work. They have to work.
It's
and
not.
Again, this was the same team that y'all said was going to win 6, 7 games. The same, even post-draft. They say, yeah, I don't know about the Eagles. They're never going to win. They're not even the best in the division. You know, you had people picking the Commanders doing.
They said Saquon was washed. He had no more bursts. They said A.J. Brown was not going to be a difference maker for Jalen Hurts.
They said Jalen Hurts was a fluke.
They said Smitty was too small. You know what I'm saying? They doubted Mailata if he could translate over to the game.
They said A.J. Brown. They said A.J. Brown is a team killer.
Exactly. They said Cam Jerkins was not going to live up to. It was not going to be able to replace Kelsey. Everything they say, none of it matters, bro.
They said Quinyon Mitchell ain't never played nobody in college. He gonna get work in an NFL level.
Yep. They said everything that they could possibly say. Cooper DeJean, they was hating on Cooper DeJean too. You know what I'm saying? He's a punt returner. He ain't this, he ain't that. Y'all have N'Kobe Dean got hated on. Zach Bond got hated on. You know what I mean? Nolan Smith got hated on. Everybody got hated on, and we are 8-2. So my message to the Eagles fans is very, very simple, y'all. The job's not done. All we got to do is focus on the road that's ahead. We got the Rams. Let's focus on being 9-2. We can't listen to what they saying on these daytime television shows. We can't listen to it because it holds no weight. It holds no weight. Where's the tape at? If all you're going to talk about is how we ain't good and don't show no tape of why we good, then I don't want to hear nothing from you because you're biased.
Exactly. Let me ask you this, though. I know we briefly touched on the Defensive Rookie of the Year conversation. Quinyon Mitchell and Jared Verse are the clear front runners for that award. I was looking over Jared versus production, and I actually overinflated or overestimated what he's done this season. Last time we spoke, I think I told you he had like 6 sacks or 6.5 sacks, right? He actually has 4.5 sacks on the season. Just 4.5. He doesn't even have the most sacks on his team. You feel what I'm saying? Then when you look at what Quinyon Mitchell has done, he may not have the interceptions to match, but when you just think about who he's locked up, what's the heads he got on the mantle. I'm talking taxidermy. You feel me? I'm talking about they stuffed antlers on the wall. You dig me? Like, he has truly mastered this game much sooner than we thought. He has the perfect veteran playing next to him in Darius Slay, who wants to give him the keys, wants to give him the jewels, not somebody that's just, biding his time or trying to bite his back out. Like, he wants Quinyon to be better than him. He want that. He want Coop to be better than him. Give me your perspective on just, again, Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, Quinyon Mitchell, Darius Slay, Cooper DeJean. When you think about that cocktail of talent and what that may look like on game day, break that down for me.
I think it's gonna be a dogfight. I ain't gonna hold you. I think it's gonna be a dogfight. I think we got the upper hand for sure. But I think that our secondary understands the assignment. I think people are saying, "Oh, this is their big test." And I think that we are determined to show these guys that this ain't no test at all.
But LB, hold on, wait. They said Washington was the test.
They did.
How many tests we gonna take?
They did. No, but when you talk about when you talk, see now everybody want to make excuses. We beat the Bengals. Everybody want to say, "Oh, y'all did it without T. Higgins." We acting like T. Higgins is some type of all-pro Pro Bowler every year or something. Now, T. Higgins a dog. Don't get it confused, but y'all did it without T. Higgins. We beat up on Washington. We shut Terry McLaurin down. Oh, well, now he needed another weapon. These are two bona fide studs, Pro Bowlers, Offensive Player of the Year, a Super Bowl winning quarterback. There's going to be no excuses after this. You're not going to see a better three-headed monster in terms of quarterback and wide receiver this year. There's going to be no excuses after this. Now, what we have that a lot of teams don't have is we have ball-hawking safeties. Reed Blankenship and Gardner Johnson are not going to leave Quinyon Mitchell and Darius Slay on an island to fend for themselves. In fact, Fangio's defense is not even predicated off that. You're going to see a lot of quarters, guys splitting the field in quarters, and guys helping out how they're supposed to help out. You know what I mean? But that starts with stopping the run. Because if they are able to run the ball on us early, then they can start working in play action because we are an opportunistic bunch. We're going to want to shut the run down immediately if they get a couple runs off on us early. But, we're going to see. I think they're going to try to screen us to death. That's what I think. They're going to run away from Jalen Carter. They're going to away from Jordan Davis, and they're going to try to screen us to death. So we really going to see on display Nakobe Dean and Zach Ball, and I think our linebackers have a huge impact on this win.
And that's the thing, right? You can try to scheme your way out of this matchup, but the reality is every time you go left, we got something for that. You go right, we got something for that. The defense has been playing beyond just from a talent perspective, the level of discipline we've seen, and the communication that we're seeing on defense, it jumps off the film. You see Quinyon Mitchell, like you see these guys signaling each other. These guys have a feel for each other's tendencies, what each guy likes and what they don't like, the positions each guy likes to be in or don't like to be in. They are playing for each other. And I think we have the defense to shut down the Rams. We got the defense to shut down the Lions. This defense, again, I think we got the best secondary in football. And I know you mentioned how, if the Rams try to start running the ball, get that play action game going or get that screen game going, right, to try to slow down that pass rush, because I think they're going to try to slow down that pass rush. But when you think about Philadelphia Eagles run defense, as of right now, the Philadelphia Eagles, they have a top 10 run defense. Top 10. You gotta respect it. Jordan Davis is playing out of his mind right now. He's a brick wall. Jalen Carter, brick wall. My man be slicing through the line of scrimmage like it's nothing, like butter. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, when you saw the level of intensity they showed on that 4th and 2 against the Commanders, the way they flew to the ball. I mean, look, I'm paying attention to the habits, right? We're seeing a different team because their habits changed off the field, right? You see, people like to criticize Sunday, or people like to get excited about Sunday. They don't understand that the real work is not done on Sunday. The real work is done between Monday and Saturday.
Right.
That's what defines you, not Sunday. And they've been actually doing real tackle drills since the bye week. They've been tackling the coaches. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On like the little mats and all that kind of stuff. So they've really been ironing out these details, and the way it's showing up on the game, the way it's showing up in the on the tape. You can't. I don't care who you say we played or didn't play. When you watch that film, that's a legitimate defense. It don't matter who we got.
We got lucky, man. We got lucky. I'm gonna tell you why we got lucky. We got some young guys and first-year guys on the defensive side of the ball who they only seen it done one way, if that makes any sense. Quinyon Mitchell's first impression of a defensive coordinator is Fangio. Now that is his.
That's
bar.
A blessing. That's a blessing,
you know
right there.
Saying? That's his bar. Cooper DeJean, that is his bar. You know what I mean? Jalen Carter, the talent is there, so it don't really matter who coaching Jalen Carter. But now he has the barometer of we've had the #1 defense in the league before, and we did it this way with this guy. So now I think Vic Fangio need to be extended. I ain't gonna lie. I think you need to keep Vic Fangio around as long as he want to be around.
Well, here's the thing. He made it clear that this is his last stop, so he's going to retire. Like he's going to retire here. I believe they gave him like a 3-year deal or something like that, 4-year deal. So I mean, he's here. He's not going anywhere. If anything, we got to think about guys like Christian Parker, the DB coach, right?
It's going to be hard to keep him.
Who's helped develop a guy like Quinyon Mitchell. He's one of the guys who was key in developing Patrick Surtain. You see, we got to give Nick Sirianni more credit, y'all. We got to give Nick Sirianni more credit in terms of rebuilding his staff all over again. You see, they like to kill Nick Sirianni because of what happened last year. Let's be totally honest about this. Nick Sirianni really had one bad season in terms of picking his staff. Every coach go through it. You hired the wrong guy. It is what it is.
But Nick Sirianni ain't never have a bad season to me. People want to say,
well, I don't mean
collapse.
I don't mean record. I mean as far as the hires, right? Because Sean Desai, we knew that was a dud. The Matt Patricia thing was a dud. The Brian Johnson thing was a dud, right? What I'm trying to say is, right, they try to crucify Nick Sirianni and act like he don't know what he's doing. And look, we've killed Nick Sirianni too, right? For the end game stuff, right? But when you think about what he's done, all he's done is win. He's hired well. 2 out of the 3 opportunities to hire, he brought in Kellen Moore, brought in Vic Fangio, brought in Shane Steichen, brought in Jonathan Gannon. He had one flop with Brian Johnson and Sean Desai, and all of a sudden they done forgot. So again, right, you got to give Nick Sirianni credit for stepping out the way and saying, you know what, we need some maturity on this defense. Let's bring in Vic Fangio. We need some creativity on offense. Let's bring in Kellen Moore.
Right. So Nick Sirianni has done a good job with keeping a good cast around him. He's done a good job of keeping a good cast around him, man. So, like, let's talk about some things that we would like to see in this upcoming matchup, though. Now, I would like to see this. I would like to see the offense start fast. I would like to see the offense start fast. I would like to see flawless execution on the first 15 scripted plays. I don't want the first possession to end in a punt in this game for the Philadelphia Eagles.
I agree.
I do not want the first possession to end with a punt. I'm cool if Jake could get you 3.
Do you want the ball first?
I do, but I don't. You know what? I don't want the ball first. I don't. We got the best defense in the league.
I think
Let the best defense in the league come out there first.
I think my defense gets 3 and out like that.
Yeah. Let the best defense in the league come out here first. You know what I mean? I don't want the ball first for the rest of the year.
I'm cool. I don't need it.
You get it at halftime. I don't want the ball first for the rest of the year. Like who? The Pittsburgh Steelers are not going to beat us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They're not going to beat us. Baltimore is really the only true test that we got left on the roster, bro, to show what we can do against, a contender. Pittsburgh is not going to beat us, man. Pittsburgh don't score enough points. Pittsburgh has issues. They don't score enough points. They're not going to beat us. So I'm really not worried about too much, man. I just want to see a fast start in this game. You know what I'm saying? I want us to just get in rhythm. I want us to like we have to operate with having no mercy this point forward.
I agree.
We have to operate with having no mercy, even if that means piling points on. We got to operate with no mercy moving forward. We just need to be a machine.
That's kind of why I respect what the Lions have been doing all year, because they've been playing with no mercy, right? There was a point in that Jags game where they were up by plenty. Right. They going for it on 4th down, 4th and 4. I'm like, yo, they ain't just trying to kill them. They trying to piss in their grave.
They did the Dallas too.
Right. So I respect the game, right? I respect that. But no, you're right though. I think that's something I want to see in this game as well. I want to see the offense start fast, and you have an opportunity to do so. This this Rams defense can be had, if you ask me.
Right.
I want to see Saquon touching the rock early. I want to see Saquon touching the rock early. I want to see that play action game going crazy. You feel what I'm saying? And again, it goes back to what we said earlier. You don't got to overcomplicate this. Just come in and play your game.
Facts.
Play your game. Like that's how much of a well-oiled machine we've been. Play your game. The defense is going to do what the defense does. And offense, we got the talent, we got the quarterback. We're going to put up points. It's just a matter of just taking care of business and taking care of it early.
Yeah, we straight. I agree, man. So I really don't have I'm just looking forward to some Eagles football. This ain't like a playoff game to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying we got to do this, we got to do that. We just got to go out there and play our brand of football. It's nobody that could check us, man. We're on a collision course for the Detroit Lions, but I got something special cooked up for them because I've been hearing them talking.
For sure.
We'll talk about that later.
Listen, man, I've been cooking the Detroit Lions for since yesterday because they just got to the light. Maybe you could wait on it, but I won't, brother. They just saw, or they're just knowing what this feels like. You feel what I'm saying? Like I can understand, when you finally get that taste, you start feeling yourself. You know what I'm saying? When you finally get that chick that you've been wanting all your life, you start feeling yourself now.
Mm-hmm.
You dig what I'm saying? But the reality is, brother, we know who you were before that. So when it comes to the Lions, we know who you were before that, and we know who you really are. Don't act like y'all standing on stable ground. Let's not act like y'all standing on stable ground. Y'all just got to the party. Y'all just got here. Let's hope you can stay in the building. We've been for 20 plus years one of the most consistent franchises in the NFC, in the NFL. Let's talk about it. Y'all don't even know what a Super Bowl looked like. So be humble.
They never been to a Super Bowl in franchise
so be humble. Appreciate the ride. Appreciate where you are.
They got a reason to talk the way that they talking.
Of course they do. And I don't stop them from doing that. I want them to talk. I want them to talk. Don't get me wrong. I want them to talk, LB. I want that. But talk to me nice though. Talk to me nice though. That's what I'm saying. But before we begin to close the show, man, let's try to get some predictions out the way real quick. Do you have any bold predictions for this game, right?
For this game,
anything bold, anything it don't gotta happen, but something that's just bold, that'll be exciting to look for.
I got Jalen throwing for 300 in this one.
Interesting.
I got Jalen passing for 300 yards in this one. Jalen Hurts has been throwing for 200 or more yards, I think, like the last 6 weeks, 5 weeks, with the exception of the Giants game. You know what I mean? Because Saquon just took the game over. But Jalen, Jalen ain't throw for 200 yards this consecutively, like in his career. I don't think. I got him exploding for a 300-yard passing game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think for me at least, I say my bold prediction for this game. Both rookies walk away with an interception.
Yeah.
I got Quinn Mitchell and Cooper DeJean walking away with an interception apiece.
I think Q might be a lock for one. You know what I mean? Q or Slay might be a lock for one this game. But I know we're going to get an interception or two in this game.
I agree with you 100%. Man. Do you got any score predictions? So you still waiting on that?
My score prediction for this game, I got the Eagles 34-21.
Okay. That's a good score, actually.
Yeah, I got a 34-21.
I'll probably roll and say Eagles win this game 34-17. 34-17.
You know what I mean? I like that too. I just don't see them scoring over 21.
34-17. I have a hard time believing they touched 23 points. Like I have a hard time believing that.
I just don't see it. I don't see it.
Yeah, I got the Eagles win this game 34-17. Lock me in for that, y'all. So, but look, we appreciate y'all for locking in on the show, man. We're not gonna overcook it. We really do appreciate y'all for locking in. Symone wasn't able to make it today. As y'all know, she's a very busy woman. She travels. She's a very active reporter. And we appreciate her. And we always going to carry her forward whenever we see fit or whenever it's necessary.
We could do a Sunday night one if everybody's still up.
Oh, I'm gonna be up. I always do a post game no matter how late. So I'm gonna be up. So
we might put a little watch party together. The 3-man weave. That'd be crazy.
Hey, you know, I don't really watch the games on live.
I don't like
I don't really like
doing it either.
I only did it last week because Symone asked me.
Right.
But
you see, I had to come in and come out because I don't really do it either.
I don't really, because like, bro, I'm animated, bro. I'm animated.
No, that's a fact.
But if that's something you want to do, I'm available, bro. Just let me know. So,
all right, we're gonna chop it up. We're gonna figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But listen, y'all, that's pretty much the show. We appreciate y'all so much for locking in, man. Again, smash that like button, button. And by the way, smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to everyone's channels. Subscribe to Lord Brunson. Y'all know he's one of the best out here doing it. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Symone Stanley as well. Again, one of the best Eagles content creators out there, one of the best reporters out there, one of the best up-and-coming reporters out there, just taking every job. Give me that. You know, she hungry, and make sure you guys lock in with her. And of course, make sure you guys lock in with me, Tone DeShields II, on Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. That's Chalk It Up Sports. And you guys have been tuned in. You guys have been locked in to an Eagles edition, a bully edition, a passionate edition of the Link Up featuring Symone Stanley, Lord Brunson, and Tone DeShields II. We're out of here, y'all. Fly Eagles fly.